and thank you so much to the Butterfly Effect Project for having us. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lauren Sumida. I'm a social worker visiting from New York City for Tsuru for Solidarity.
And I'm Charlene, an Oakland Tech senior.
Tsuru for Solidarity began in March 2019 through a Crystal City pilgrimage, which is where Japanese American survivors and descendants gathered outside of the Dili Detention Center to protest the incarceration and inhumane treatment of migrants at the border. Dili is just 30 miles away from the former Crystal City concentration camp, where close to 5,000 of the total 125,000 people of Japanese ancestry were incarcerated during World War II.
To show our support for those in detention, we asked our community and our allies to fold 10,000 paper cranes that would later be hung on the prison fence. Within 2 weeks, we received over 30,000 cranes, including many folded by those incarcerated at San Quentin State Prison. It was an incredible show of solidarity that helped kickstart our movement and designated the crane as the central symbol of our movement.
Cranes represent resilience, flying against the wind, and are more traditionally known as symbols of peace, healing, and goodwill in Japanese culture. Our goal is to bring 125,000 cranes representing the number of incarcerated Japanese, Japanese Americans, and Japanese Latin Americans to our Washington, D.C. march in June. Just like the Butterfly Effect, we are using origami to help raise awareness for and increase activism against immigrants in detention.
Advocating for the families at the border is so important to us because as Japanese Americans, we know that imprisoning parents and children causes deep harm that is passed down from generation to generation. We refuse to stand by and let the pain that our community suffered be inflicted on others. We are here to stop this repetition of history.
Our own great-grandfathers were arrested by the FBI after the attack on Pearl Harbor and separated from their families for months in a Department of Justice prison camp. The rest of our families were then incarcerated in Rower, Arkansas prison camps and Amachi prison camps. Our grandparents and their families lost their homes, businesses, their educational opportunities. These losses, separations, and the shame of being uprooted and incarcerated, the uncertainty about their futures in a country that turned their backs on them, were all traumas that fractured our community.
By highlighting connections between migrant detention now and Japanese American incarceration during World War II, we hope to mobilize our community and allies to take a stand against these frighteningly similar injustices.
We encourage you all to join the movement by checking out our table all the way to the right, participating in our own paper crane fold-ins, sharing our mission online or face-to-face, signing our Close the Camps petition, also at our table, and attending our march in Washington, D.C. We are gathering there June 5th to 7th, 2020, for a protest outside of the White House.
Every person has the right to move and live freely in their community and with their family, without fear of being separated from their loved ones or displaced from their homes. We stand in solidarity with the communities being targeted today, and we speak from our past with all the weight of our community's experiences to say, stop repeating history. Very few people supported our ancestors when they were rounded up, and we are here to be the allies that our families needed during World War II. We demand that our government close the camps. Thank you.
As a gesture of solidarity from Tsuru for Solidarity, we did just want to present, we had folded a giant butterfly for Butterfly Effect. Thank you so much.